Well, lots of folks been asking for updates, wondering how I am. Well, it is Saturday. This is day two after my fourth round, and I got to tell you, the so far so good. I did not have the extreme nausea Thursday night like I had the prior round. I think that has a lot to do with my heart rate. My heart rate was up around 145 after the third round, and when your heart rate's up for a while, man, I just don't feel good, and that starts to make me feel very nauseous. I told them about that. They gave me what's called a beta blocker. So if my heart rate went up to take it, said it works in about 15, 20 minutes. And I felt my heart rate going up. I had some weak flashes of nausea Thursday night. And I checked my heart rate and it was 120. Took the beta blocker. And in 20 minutes, it was down to 75. And it stayed that way the whole night. And I went to sleep. Felt fine. Felt fine pretty much all day yesterday, just tired. I was real tired yesterday, which I was surprised because usually I'm the day after I'm pretty wired because of the steroids. So I slept a good bit of the day yesterday. But then I was up last night till about 1:30. I couldn't go to sleep. But I did go to sleep finally. Today, not too bad. I have what appears to be just kind of like a bad cold, and it seems to be laughing. You probably noticed that when I was on the air. I would have to cough every once in a while. That just won't go away. I've had that for quite some time. And I'm able to sleep now. I'm not coughing as much as night like I used to be. They've given me ibuterol inhaler. That seems to be working. And Singulair seems to be working. But I am a little congested. But all in all, I think that's I catch these upper respiratory things when my blood count goes low. And my blood count's fine, so it's fighting it right now. So I should get better over the next couple of days. But then my blood count will go down again in about 7 days. It'll bottom out, and I'll probably re-catch this. It's probably just something I'm going to have to deal with. But I was pleasantly surprised Thursday night how much better I felt. It was probably the best round of chemo the night of, except for the first one, because the first one I just slept through. And then I felt okay the next day. And then I felt horrible for about 14 days after the first round. Second round, again, that Thursday night, I had some pretty bad nausea, was able to take care of that with some medicine. The third round, same story, but even worse. Very high heart rate. Fourth round, heart rate started peaking up that Thursday night, and beta blocker fixed it. So all in all, I'm feeling pretty good. Matter of fact, I may go, my blood counts are high enough to where I may go have some dinner with some friends tonight, leave the house. That'd be kind of nice. Boy, is it hot though. That dry air came in like I said it would. Like we were talking about last week. That dry air filters in, ground's dry, air mass is dry, mid-90s today. Wow, very hot. But at least the heat index is not in the hundreds, so that's good. I was thinking about trying to do a little fishing this afternoon, even headed out to, I was thinking about going out to the whitewater and try to catch a smallmouth. I don't think I've caught a smallmouth in over 2 years, maybe 3 years. I really missed that. Just too hot for me to get out. This heat will drain me fast, so I will not be going out in this heat. If it were 15 degrees cooler, I probably would, because I really miss it. And I know that starting probably tomorrow night and Monday's when the fatigue's really going to hit me. Saturday's usually a good day for me after chemo. So that's the update. That's how I'm doing. I don't feel horrible. Just kind of like I got a weak cold or something, and that's about it. So again, right now the plan, I think if I looked at the calendar, June 14th is when I should be able to be back at work fingers crossed, everything's okay and I don't catch an infection. Again, that's tentative. If I get an infection or if my blood counts are still too low, I'll need to stay away from people. That's when I have to be isolated, starting at about, I guess in about 6 days. So when my blood count really starts dropping. And then that's when the, whatever that, I think it's Neulasta, that shot they gave, the thing in my arm that went off tomorrow, or went off yesterday, will kick in. So that's the update. I know that's probably sound a little tired, a little groggy. There's a little bit of brain fog too right now, but it's not that bad. But that'll probably get a lot worse, the brain fog, over the next day or two as I get more groggy. So thanks for watching. Hopefully things are getting better. I did talk to my oncologist about when my next scan is going to be. My next scan will not be until my last round of chemo, so I will have to do all 6 rounds. And there is a concern that I may have to do another type of chemo if the tumor is not completely gone. Again, my scan showed that the tumor was still there. It's just dead, that the cancer is not active. Doesn't mean it won't come back. If the tumor is not totally gone, they're going to look at another type of chemo to try and kill the tumor, because they can't operate on it because it's wrapped around my spine. Or I will do, she talked about maybe 15 rounds of radiation. And so I may not be out of the woods totally the way it looks now until September. It was looking like it was going to be 3rd or 4th week of July. But if I have to have more chemo or radiation, it could last until September. And I may not be 100% until October. So we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully these 6 rounds of chemo will kill everything and there'll be nothing around the spine, and I won't have to have any more treatment. But I was a little down when I got that news on Thursday. You know, the last one was great news when they said you're in remission and the tumor still is much smaller, but the cancer is dead. And then well, we'll just have to wait and see. So I'll know what that scan is actually going to be done the day before my last chemo, which will be July 12th. So Wednesday, July 12th, I'll have my scan done. Hopefully we'll have some great news. And then the 13th, I'll have my last round of chemo, hopefully. So that's the plan. I'll keep you updated as much as I can. Again, the next few days, I'll probably get pretty drowsy and won't be able to do some updates. But if I can, I will. Just trying to keep everybody in the loop. I know y'all care, and I know that there's a lot of prayers, and man, it's just unbelievable how many people have this disease. Again, I couldn't believe how many people were there getting treatment just on a Thursday at one hospital. Got to do something about this. It's just not right. I mean, everybody, there's just so much folks out there with cancer, and it's not good. Anyway, I'm sorry, enough rambling on. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate all the well wishes and the prayers. I'll keep you up to date when I can.